All right, and here is the video review for the Iron Factory Void Legion, aka Scourge. And Legion is fairly appropriate as we get into this because, one, he had his minions, his sweeps, and you could really get away with doing a legion of these guys with the options that they give you with him, and because it's kind of insane. First off, here's his base little vehicle mode. You can, if you wish, take this gun out and just display him like this in his little boat mode, but this is a nice handy way to store, at the very least, that handheld weapon. We'll get into other weapons as well, because there are some. But yeah, cute little chubbly little space soap boat. Space tub, I guess. But, so yeah, you've got that. Again, if you want to leave that off like that, make him a little bit more streamlined, that's fine. I like his pistol, so I keep it on there. You can see his head hiding back here. It does have a little bit of side-to-side wobble in it, but, you know, hey, whatever. It's not the end of the world. Now, customization, these are his stock shoulder pad pauldrons / vehicle mode nacelles here on the back, or engines. But, like I said, you get a lot of options with him. You get some extra heads, you get some extra shoulder pads, you get 3 extra heads, 3 extra sets of shoulder pads, lots of different weapons, lots of sets of hands. And so you can have different means of locomotion back here. If you want more of a propeller thing, you could put on these pauldrons, although I'm not going to swap every single thing out of here on this. But they either have to sit at a weird angle and make the back of the ship look weird here in vehicle mode, or if you fold them to curve along the vehicle, then the fans face the wrong way. Now, these, I think, are probably the best looking in vehicle mode pauldrons. They're slightly bigger engines, and they look decent on his robot mode as well. I'm just going to kind of show you here, just to show you what the back ends look like. That's the other one of these, if you prefer. That's too low, but I'll bring it up. Come on. If you want, these pauldrons actually look pretty good in robot mode, but yeah, like that. Or these, which don't even really, you just see the shoulder joint back here. They don't actually cover anything. In vehicle mode, these are just some cool, these are more for more of a night-like robot mode. Transformation is pretty cool. Go ahead and pop that off. I mean, it's not anything you haven't seen before, but and then untab his little wings back here and open them up, at which point you can unpeg the legs from each other and extend the thigh up on each side, rotate them forward, fold the foot down. There is a little tab here. You can see this on this foot has a little tab that pegs into that, but then you just kind of fold that back. It's a little bit of an extra heel, so it makes him slightly asymmetrical. Well, I guess no, it doesn't, because he's got a molded tab back there. Anyway, I mean, still asymmetrical, but yeah, fold that back because that tab's in there. These fold in, but when you're going in and out, the instructions make it look like you just swing it around, and you really need to lift it up so it has clearance over this corner, because if you try to pop that out around the corner without lifting it up, it'll come off that little swivel point there. So just lift it up, rotate that whole piece in, and then fold it down to fill in the back of the calf there. The arms come down like this. You can open these shoulder pauldrons transform. The other ones just kind of sit there and they can rotate when you transform it, but these actually have a little hinge to come up and rotate down and sit along the side of the arm there. And again, this is the base stock configuration. Aside from the hands, he does come with his closed fists, and I've gone ahead and given him his open fists here because I like that functionality without having to swap hands. We'll bring those down. The head folds in like that and then turns around, and then this whole cape assembly is on a dual hinge. You kind of lift it up here and around and plug it in up there. You can leave it lower if you want. His little butt flap can move out of the way for posing, and then these are on, again, limited because of where this corner hits and where this piece hits, but these pieces are on rotational hinges here and here, so you can bring them once you get them out of the way of, so where that's not bumping into that, you can get a good range of motion in them. These just kind of rotate here. These can also rotate like this. So it's up to you how you want to display his wings. But you can rotate them around if you want to give them some. I've done some configurations where they look cool like that. But if you want a more traditional scourge look, just kind of angle things down a little bit. Have him wear his wings like that. You can bring those back up a little bit there. They don't have to come all the way down. And then you can take his pistol and put it in his hand here. And there you go. He's got all the Iron Factory posability. He's got ball joints at his wrists. He's got a ball joint at his head. Hinges at the shoulders, ball joints in the shoulders, bicep swivel, a 90-degree hinge elbow. He's got a waist swivel. He's got an ab crunch there, right there at that piece. Ball joint hips. These side pieces will move out of the way. We saw the butt flap move out of the way. Nicely hinged knees, and then a forward to back and ankle tilt on the foot. And if that were the whole package, it's a nice little scourge. It's a fun little figure. It looks good in both modes. It's like I said, he's got a little more of a fun-sized. What's the word I'm looking for? A kind of chibi-esque vehicle mode, but like I said, fun little scourge nonetheless. Now here is where it gets a little crazier because again, you've got, and I'm not gonna attach every single configuration and everything, but here are the various shoulder armors you can swap in. And I will put a link in the video description to a tweet. I posted pictures of all the different configurations you can do on him here. Again, these are kind of cool. Actually, go this way. Depending on how you want the shoulders and such to look. You also get 3 different heads. So or four heads total. There's his standard scourge head. You do have to unscrew him. There's just one screw on the back. You can pop him on there. But then he's got a little face-plated head. No mustache, just like he's kind of a Prime Knight-esque faceplate. He's got a, you could say, young scourge, more of just a mustache with no goatee or no beard. And then you've got kind of a almost DevCon-esque winged, shaven face right there. Also in vehicle, I meant to show this off. In vehicle mode, he does come with a little adapter that allows you to. Can I find out where this goes? No, I can't. It's covered. But he does come with a little adapter you can use to put him on if you have. He doesn't come with a flight stand, but if you have any of the Seekers or any of the earlier figures that did come with a flight stand, he does come with an extra little piece, an adapter for that. So yeah, and then weapon-wise, on top of all of that, you've got his pistol there. You've got different hands, like you said. These are his open hands, so he can hold a lot of the weapons. He comes with these closed fists attached, just standard, solid, no hole closed fists. But he can transform with these on there, so why not just leave those on? Because then at least he can hold weapons when you transform him without having to swap anything out. But swapping out the hands is just popping a new hand on the ball joint. Like that. But he's got the open fists. He's got just some straight up open hands it's more for display, for if you want to pose him in kind of just open-handed poses. And then he's got the standard open hands and then some angled open hands for holding some of the weapons. Like one of the weapons he has is this scythe. I'll go ahead and just put it in there. You have him hold that. Plug it in. Oh, come on. Well, completely fine. But yeah, got a little scythe there with a purple blade, and then and if you want that can come apart if you just want to give him more of kind of like just a pickaxe type of weapon, and this can you can rotate this on that peg too to make it at a different angle, but you can make it just a shorter blade, and then that's fine. We'll go ahead and take those off, and then he comes with. So that was the basic thing, but you get the scythe handles, you get 4 of these purple blades, because you get a couple of kind of standard sword handles. You can put a blade on each one of these, and these are left and right. You can see that they're molded. They're not gang molded. They're opposite because of where you can see that peg hole coming through. But so you can give him a couple of daggers in his hands if you want instead of the guns. Like that. Just standard kind of energy daggers. There's a couple of blades like this, again oppositely molded, that just make them a little bit more ornate versus having I guess you want it to go the other way, depending on how you do it, but kind of a claw blade there. But you got two of those. You got two handles like that. His hand came off. Yeah. And going to leave it in his hand with the other blade just so you can see a good comparison here between the two short hilt dagger type weapons he's got. You got the kind of claw blade and that blade, but you get two of those handles for either side. And then you get two of these pieces that, again, this is why you get 4 purple blades, because each one of these becomes, it has a place for 2 blades to attach. So you can get kind of and because of the way that peg works, you can have it open like that, you can have it closed like that, but then it can go into his hand as kind of a scissoring claw weapon. And again, you can have him hold it like that. If you want to open it up, you can, however you want to angle those. You got some variety in that weapon as too. And again, you get 2 of those, so you can have 2 double-bladed weapons as well with the pieces they give you. All in all, again, somebody mentioned it's dangerous, and it is. Iron Factory Army Builder. It could be a danger to your wallet. But yeah, it's a very nice Scourge. It's a very fun toy. I love his vehicle mode. Personally, I will leave mine stock. I'm not gonna army build this guy. You could get a couple extras for sweeps, and you've got some options for how you want to display them. Like I said, if you get 4 of them, you can have 4 entirely different robots wielding 4 entirely different weapons, sets of weapons, and mix and match and go above and beyond. Because, like I said, every head can go with every different set of pauldrons for your own customized look. You've got a lot of options here. And if you want to see some of those options, again, in the video review under the link to buy this, I'll put a link to the tweet I did the other day where I took pictures of all the various pieces on him. Like I didn't do every single configuration, because that would be, I think there's like, I haven't even done the math on how many permutations you can get with him. But I showed the robot with a head, and all 4 heads, all 4 pauldrons, all the weapons without the pistol. Here's the basic version with the pistol. Here he is. Again, convenient that I had this other similarly base design blue guy here. There he is with Absolute Zero. But the same, blue robot with the kind of wing cape. So he's a little smaller than Absolute Zero, Heat Death, same mold. Which was kind of larger for Iron Factory. He's in line with other Iron Factory figures. I don't have any other they do have a Cyclonus coming in that Samurai line, and there is they've got a Galvatron coming as well. He's just not out yet, and I haven't gotten the is it Magic Square or New Age? Darius, the other Galvatron. I do have one on order. Hasn't come in yet to really compare him to, but he's going to be going up on the shelf with the War for Cybertron Unicron, along with all those other Cyclonus and Galvatron when they come in. Another really great figure from Iron Factory. He's a lot of fun. He's fun to swoosh around in vehicle mode, and you've just got all kinds of options with him, and I think he's worth picking up.